A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, The Twin Flame Union. In this channeling session, I'm going to be talking about a masculine and a feminine who are basically together and they are just figuring things out right now with each other, like how things should go, what direction should they take. But here there is one thing very clear is that the man in this relationship, or it is a relationship because they are clearly with each other. In the man here is the more enthusiastic person, and what I see is the feminine is a healed feminine. Okay, she's a healed feminine, so he is taking the effort, and he as he makes the effort, she reciprocates with a positive response. What happens is when the feminine is not healed and when she's wounded and there are some traumas stuck in her system, then even if the man makes any effort or anyone makes any effort, there is a lack of trust. And there is a lack of trust not only within herself, but the lack of trust is also with the universe, towards God, towards life in general. And the theme is, or the mental affirmation is, that this is so good to be true, or he's going to do something bad later on, or he will go back to someone else, or he will not choose me. And even if at that point in time everything is very nice and hunky dory, there is always some kind of a fear. There is a fear in the background that something bad will definitely happen and it will not be this way. Something is definitely going to spoil it all. So that is lack of trust, and those feelings or those affirmations, of course, they germinate from they then germinate, and then they become saplings, they become plants, and over a period of time they get well rooted. So it needs to be uprooted properly from wherever it came from. Okay, until and unless it does not get uprooted, the feminine or the female, even the male, whosoever is a chaser over here, will continue to not reciprocate fully, and then that will create some kind of a negative feeling in the other person who's making efforts. Say for example, you are making certain efforts towards a person and that person is never happy, or they are not 100% with you on that, 50% they are there with you. How would you feel? You'll do it once, twice, thrice, maybe 4 times, 5 times, but then you'll stop doing it. Okay, so a healed person is literally like, they are not codependent, they are interdependent. They exchange the roles. One day one is a nurturer, the other is provider, then other is provider, the other is nurturer. They exchange the roles as and when whatever requires. And there is a clear communication, there is an open communication. Communication is not like in riddles or in this, or there are no game plays happening. Like in any common or normal relationship, if two people don't talk for a week or 5 days or 4 days, it's not considered normal, right? If they don't wish each other on the holidays, it's not normal. But in these unhealed feminine and male scenario, they never talk about it. They keep it to themselves, or they keep asking like in like a riddly way, I was gonna say. So the communication is not clear, the questioning is not clear. Because if you cannot question someone properly, then you can never, or you don't have the guts, it means you are scared to lose them. And if you are scared to lose them, then you will lose them any which way. Here in this, the masculine, the male figure is talking about the full moon, and he's basically there, it's daytime, but he knows that tonight will be full moon night. And it's already say evening time, or it's sun is setting, and they could be together, and they could be. So basically he's using the moon as symbolism, and he's trying to say that tonight will be full moon night. So would you be able to sleep properly? How would you sleep? So what he's trying to say is, because they are together and they're so happy with each other, smiling, chilling, talking to each other, feeling that energy, feeling that rejuvenation, feeling that relaxation in each other's. And there is something called false fake romance, and there is something called genuinely enjoying a person's company and wanting to compliment them and wanting to be around them. Of course, as I always say, this should not be an obsession, this should not be a need. This should be a natural flow of situation. So when they are together, so he's saying, so when you leave from here, you'll go back to your place and I'll go back to my place. Then will you be able to sleep tonight? Or so he's indirectly trying to tell her that maybe you're gonna think about me, maybe I'm gonna think about you, maybe you're gonna, like in those ways he's saying. But he's saying it as openly as he can be, in a complimentary way. Then he say in the night time, when this beautiful breeze will flow, this beautiful moon, when the full moon is there, everything looks very beautiful, everything. And this full moon thing is also symbolic. Somehow it is symbolic to the whole channeling. Maybe the full moon is approaching. I have not checked yet. Let me check while I'm talking to you. Full moon, January 2022. Okay, so it is on 17th of January. And after 14th of January, you can start doing some auspicious task. If you do auspicious task after 14th January, it's always better. So you have something in your mind, you can delay it till that time. So I don't know what is the, maybe some of you have planned to meet on the full moon or around the full moon, or maybe you're gonna do a video call with each other in the daytime, or I don't know. It's just symbolic of something. It could also be symbolic of healing, Full moon is sometimes also symbolism of healing. And this full moon is also known as the wolf moon. If you know, the January's full moon is going to be called the wolf moon. Now, if you figure out the meaning of wolf moon, generally it is said that, January's full moon is called wolf moon because the wolves are more likely to be heard howling at this point in time, more. So whichever area, even if you notice the street dogs, because they come from the wolf family, they are the wolf descendants. They're actually the same, but just because they live with the humans, they are called dogs, and the ones in the woods, in the in the forest, they are called wolves. And some of them have very similar characteristics also. Okay, but then what is the spiritual symbolism of this? Spiritually, a wolf symbolizes loyalty, family, friendship, teamwork, protection, wildness, freedom, instincts, playfulness, and so many such amazing traits. And a wolf spirit animal is a sacred figure to many people. Okay, so as if you think about it, and the reason why this animal, the wolf or the dogs, these are considered to be sacred because they represent the 4 elements: fire, water, air and earth. And many people say that they are just in between the spiritual realm. They are like the guardians or the gatekeepers. And in spirituality, a wolf mother. Now, a wolf mother is someone who has basically a woman who has all these qualities, and she's come into some kind of like a completion she has done. One of the most striking animal meaning in the realm of spirit world is, for the wolf, is to collect yourself and reconnect to your personal spiritual quest. Okay, so if someone says that I'm a wolf mother, or I connect as a wolf mother, it means that this woman has connected to her actual self, the real self. That's why she is known as the wolf mother. A lot of wolves are going to get attracted towards her. So what is the symbolism with the twin flame world? As I said, the wolf moon, it may be having a different meaning altogether in terms of the calendar, but as a channeling, it means that someone who has collected themselves, like the broken pieces of themselves, that woman has collected it and then reconnected all of it, and she has that power. And that's why in this channeling from the very beginning, I said that the male is making the effort and the female is reciprocating it. She doesn't say a single word, but she keeps smiling, she keeps being positive. She's very reciprocative that way, and it also shows that she's very appreciative. She acknowledges every single effort. She's not saying, no, nah, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. She's more like, yeah, okay, why not? Of course, she's in those. And then she's also being like happy, and she's not scared to speak in front of him, whatever she feels like. She's not scared to question him. And she keeps him in that control, like, okay, we are doing this or we are doing that. So over here, what is happening is that he is saying that he is talking about the nighttime vibes, and he is basically saying that if in case you miss me, if in case you think about me, when you look at the full moon and you're unable to sleep, so then at that point in time, you know who you need to talk to, who you need to connect with, right? So I would be up too. Maybe I'm not going to sleep tonight either. So it's a very cute way of, making her feel nice and making the whole connection, the whole mood very nice. A lot of people tell me during the harmonization phase that they are facing a lot of difficulty, and that's because they go back to their runner chaser ways. When they were a chaser, whatever they used to do, they keep going back to that. So if the masculine has not spoken for say 10 days or 5 days, then the feminine will start getting back into those negative energies. She can also pick up the phone and she can also make a phone call. It doesn't take too long or too much. If the other person is very busy, they'll tell you that I'm very busy. If they are not, mostly they are not. Mostly because the masculines are just the male or the female. We can also do vice versa of it. Whosoever was the chaser. It could be the man who was the chaser. It could be the woman who was the chaser. Because in the twin flame world, we don't care about the masculine energy or the feminine energy as much as we care about the fact about who is the runner and who is the chaser. Because the divine feminine energy can be in a man and divine masculine energy can be in the woman. Now, few months back when I had started making these type of channelings about the energies, again nobody on the internet or the twin flame community was talking about it. Nobody. Not even a single person said those things. And then suddenly now I'm seeing some of them, especially who can understand my accent, my language and all, they have been started saying the same type of channelings, about the energies of the masculine and feminine. So that's because, sometimes people first want someone to give that news or someone to give that information. But within they might be confused, they might be thinking, is it possible? Is it possible? It is, of course, possible and definitely possible in the twin flame world, because the twin flame energy is about people who have this contradictory polar energies, So why can't a man be a nurturer? Why can't a man have feminine energies? Or why can't a woman have masculine energies? So, but whatever it is, they need to just figure out that was I chasing a person or am I the runner? Because twin flame relationships also teach you about the places where you were the runner and someone else was the chaser, and how did you feel about them. If someone was chasing you constantly, messaging you, calling you, emailing you, not being confident, being very insecure, how would you feel with them? You would not want to be with them, right? Even if you like them. Some people are always in their chaser energies. They don't have that confidence. They're always the ones making the New Year wishes or Happy New Year, Happy Birthday, Happy this, Happy that. Especially when the other person is irritated with them, or you need to have complete confidence on yourself that, this person, they do it without the confidence. That's the problem. They do it with insecurities. So you should not do it with insecurity, because then you become an obsessive person, or you become a chaser, or you become a stalker. Okay. If you are confident about yourself and somebody, you have that knowledge that yes, they like you or they are comfortable with you, they make efforts for you and you want to make efforts for them, you also like them, despite whatever the differences or the gaps or a long period of separation, whatever. But when you are with them, when you go back to them, you feel comfortable, you feel happy. So then even you need to make slightly, those efforts, and you need to not question them but question yourself, that are you fully healed? Are you fully healed or not? If you are not fully healed, if you have some issues within you, then you are also going to end up acting in certain ways that will create some kind of a uh, like a drift or something in between you guys, or a block, or some kind of a gap, and that would not be a happy gap. So instead of looking at the other person, looking at the masculine or the feminine figure, it's always better to look within. Okay, that what is wrong with me? Why am I acting like this? So here I see, like I said, the symbolism of the full moon, of the wolf moon, all of that is there. And both the people here, the feminine and masculine, they are extremely, like, acknowledging is one word I said a little while back also. So I see that acknowledgement. So when he says, okay, I wish I could hold your hand in the night, and she doesn't go like, she goes like, yeah, why not, and then he would say that you are troubling me, you're the one who's troubling me, you're the one who's running away, or you're the one who's not doing this. Or then again she goes, fine, I would not run away, okay, I'm here with you. So something like, and that one thing is you say things, and one thing is you say it very happily, you are smiling, you are beaming, you are not scared. So automatically when you are not scared, you are going to attract a vibe or a situation, or your aura would be a very comforting aura where you can demand also in a cute way. There's nothing wrong in being demanding. Every partner needs to demand certain things. So now for your personal situation, I don't know which stage you are in. You could be in harmonization, you could be in runner chaser, you could be in surrender mode, you could be in no contact, you could be in contact, because there are various types, and there are various type of twin flames also. Some twin flames surely want to get married and settle down and this and that. Some don't. But I always tell people that twin flames don't fit into the old model of love. They don't fit into the 3D model of love. And so many feminines who come to me saying that my masculine is not ready to commit. When I do therapy with them and I ask them, are you ready to commit? You tell me that first. Forget about him. Are you willing to get into this type of a zone? Then they say no. Then I say, when you can't do it, when you are not ready to do it, why you are asking another person? Your togetherness does not depend on a physical togetherness. Please remember, you're in a very different type of a union where you're going to learn, or you're already learning what true love is. So true love is definitely not how the 3D model of love is, because that model is very, like, archaic, and it is based on insecurities, it is based on codependencies, whereas a twin flame is a very free bird kind of a person, very free, very relaxed. They're not scared, they're very, they are not scared to love. When they were children, when they were little kids, they were not scared to love at all. But with time, with all the pain and all the situations, they became like this. They started getting scared of love. Then they cannot fully express, they cannot fully communicate. So on this note, I'm going to close this channeling session. For personal sessions and therapies, and for audio counseling, whatever you want to get into, you can check out the description box. All the information is given there. And please do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me. For some people, I ask them during the session to share it with me. Or for some people, especially if it's an intuitive reading, if you choose a tarot intuitive session, then definitely don't have to tell me anything. If it's a personal therapy session or something, or astrology session, then maybe here and there. But I prefer to do it face to face, because that's the best way to do an honest and productive and a solution oriented session. Okay, so on this note, I will close this session. See you in another one. One love and peace out.